Handel understands the human condition so well. He can paint wonderful characters. He gives real depth to his characters, both in the operas and the oratorios. And I think modern audiences really love to be able to relate to that, the sort of high drama, the intense passion, the joy, the depression, the misery, the persecution, the torture, and often the redemption. So you get this wonderful sort of tapestry of human emotion and human portrayal.
I think he had a fantastic ability to write music that can touch immediately.
His music is almost instantaneously accessible. One of the most human composers there are, actually. I think he's very, very immediate in what he says and the way he expresses himself. It's very succinct, but very, very powerful and very, very honest.
The unique thing about the London Handel Festival is I think that it is the London Handel Festival. It's in the town Handel adopted. I mean, we adopted him, he adopted us. And the history of Handel, I really firmly believe, is in this town.
The Handel Festival's been going for over 30 years now. Dennis Darlow was the founder of it in 1978, and he founded a small Bach festival nearly 60 years ago as well, outside of London. And both of those festivals are still flourishing after all these years. It's a great tribute to him.
Well, I think here in London we've almost got an obligation to honour the music of Handel, given that he lived very, very near where we are at the moment and worshipped and played in this church.
When we actually look at his later mature works, they were all composed for the stage in London, and our opportunity to recreate them is our duty, I feel.
It's an honour and a privilege for any of us to be performing somewhere that we know he was.
I think it's very special to concentrate on such an important composer.
To be able to perform Handel's music in Handel's church and also Handel's house is really such a special thing for a musician and also for the listener, to be in the same environment that he was in and experience the music that he wrote.
With Theodora, the cycle of oratorios is complete this year, so all the oratorios have been played during the festival, and that I don't think many festivals in the world can say the same.
Theodora is one of Handel's late oratorios. It stands out because it's a Christian story. It's not a story from the Old Testament. The story starts with the Roman Emperor Valens making a proclamation that everybody must worship the pagan Roman gods on this festival day, and anyone who doesn't will be put to death. And of course the Christians refuse to do this. As a result, of course, they suffer this terrible persecution. Theodora is dragged off, not to be killed, which would be her wish, in fact, but to be made a prostitute. And this sort of vile degradation is the worst fate she can possibly imagine. So she, in the very famous aria, Angels Ever Bright and Fair, she beseeches the angels to take her away.
Really a prayer to the angels to come and save her in her hour of need. And the interesting thing is that the arias after that are all kind of, well, the next two anyway, is in that style of death, please come and take me. And then after she's come over her fear, she says, I just want to be like a dove and fly away. So that's basically her theme from there on.
It wasn't a success when he wrote it, but it has the most heartfelt music in it. And I think that in all of Handel's pieces you find different elements. There's humour, there's incredible depth of feeling, there's sorrow, there's just the whole realm of emotions.
Didymus, her lover, comes to the rescue, and they swap clothes, and he sort of sacrifices himself for her, but even this is undone by the Romans, and in the end they suffer death, but together.